And we luckily have a national organization, so we know when I'm in New York that Amelia is also organizing over in Minnesota. That's something very, very powerful, and that's how we win. And we win, like I said, through organized money to pay for beautiful spaces like the Chicago Teachers Union so we can convene and debate on all of these things, on building a socialist future, so we can hire staff to organize events like this, and thank you so much to staff again. We don't thank you enough. When you see Anna coming to your university, giving you one-on-one support to help you run meetings or whatever it may be, that means we're organized. And when you use our tech tools that some of you might have learned about in these workshops, like Spoke or whatever it may be, that comes through our organized money, and it is very, very useful. So I think I'm going to hand it off to Amelia to talk about what that organized money will look like.
Yeah, so I want to highlight something that you said, Phil, earlier about how this Bernie Sanders campaign and this moment is not just something that's spontaneously happening, but an accumulation over decades and decades of work that has brought us to this moment. And this movement for democracy, this movement for socialism, is being funded by millions of small donations from people just like you. Who here has contributed to the Bernie Sanders campaign? That's amazing. What we all need you to do right now is contribute, as you're contributing to the Bernie Sanders campaign, to YDSA, because we are going to be here fighting after the Bernie Sanders campaign. So I want to see how many people are already members of DSA, dues paid members.
5 years.
That is fantastic. Look at all of these amazing comrades who are dues paid members already. Now, it's amazing that you here, as the leadership of YDSA, as leaders of your chapters, are here paying dues. But unfortunately, a lot of chapters only have a small handful of people who are dues paid members, and the rest of the chapter doesn't pay dues. So if you know anybody in your chapter who's contributed to the Bernie Sanders campaign, you can ask them, hey, you know what you're doing with the Bernie Sanders campaign? We need that same financial support. We need that same energy for YDSA. So now I want to ask all the people who joined or are considering joining YDSA this week.